Hey everyone, Liz Klimek here, Planetarium Manager at the South Carolina State Museum. Well, I know the weather can be really iffy here in Columbia, South Carolina during this time of year, but I'm really hoping we get some clear skies during at least the first part of the evening this weekend, because there's something special up in the sky that I hope we'll all have an opportunity to see. So to see what I'm talking about, let's go check out what the sky looks like this Saturday, July 18th at 9:45 p.m. Now, normally for a summer sky, I would focus mainly on the southern part of the sky, but this week we're going to take a look at the northwestern part of the sky and revisit a constellation I talked about a few episodes back called Ursa Major, or the Big Bear. Now perhaps you recognize the Big Dipper here, which forms the back half of our Big Bear. And here's a representation of what she might look like. Now if you can find the Big Bear, then nestled between her two front feet is going to be a comet, and it's called Comet NEOWISE. Now, it is a visible comet, however, it's not very far off of that northwestern horizon, and it's going to set around 10:30. So you don't have a very large window to try and catch it. And you do need a very clear, unobstructed view of that northwestern horizon. That means no trees or buildings blocking your view, certainly no clouds, and you really need to get as far as you can from city lights or any other sources of light pollution. And it actually really helps to have a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, because though the comet is bright enough to be seen with your eye, it is very diffuse, and that's going to make it a little bit tricky to see, especially during this time of year. But if you know where to look, know where to point those binoculars, point that small telescope, just find the two front feet here of our Big Bear and then kind of fish around with your optics and see if you can see the comet. And hopefully, if you get lucky and you're able to have a clear view in this direction, you'll be able to see the comet with its wispy tails. Now the comet won't stay between the front 2 feet of the bear going on into the days ahead. So for example, if we check out what happens on Sunday night at the same time, so this is Sunday night, 9:45, you can see the comet has started to rise higher in the sky. And actually, if we go to Monday night and then on to Tuesday night and Wednesday night, the 22nd, it almost seems like the comet is traveling from the front feet to the back feet of the bear as time goes on. But that means the comet's going to get higher off the horizon, get into some darker parts of the sky, but at the same time, it'll probably start to get dimmer as it is currently heading away from the sun. So if you want to go comet chasing, here's a great opportunity to do so this weekend and going on into next week. But if it's not clear in this part of the sky, or maybe it's a little too frustrating to find, I'll show you something that is much easier to find, assuming the skies are clear in the opposite part of the sky. We're just going to swing around to the southeast, where we do still have two bright planets here, Jupiter and Saturn. They are both right next to Sagittarius the Archer, also nicknamed the Teapot, which I talked about last week. But at any rate, I hope this gives you some ideas of things you can go out and look for and enjoy this weekend. And don't forget that the planetarium is open at the State Museum. We do have a variety of shows. You can check out our show schedule at scmuseum.org. This Saturday kicks off Space Week, and we will be adding our live sky or traditional planetarium program to this Saturday's show schedule, as well as next Saturday as well. But thank you so much for joining me this week. As always, take care of yourselves and each other, and I hope to see you again soon.